Sarah Colvin here with Melissa Chartrand.
Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Melissa. And I love Fridays because we get to delve into the art world here in Barnstable. And as we previewed a little bit, you sat down with Amanda Converse of Shift. But talk to me a little bit about what we're going to hear in this conversation.
Sure. Well, for those that know Amanda Converse, she's a local business owner. She's bright, she's energetic, she's enthusiastic, she's entrenched in the community. She's served on many town committees. She's now on the chamber, the Cape Cod Chamber Board. Very involved, active, young, hip. And we talked about that. We talked about her and being in the community and what it means. She's all about shopping, living local. And then we discussed this magazine. What does fashion have to do with arts and culture, and how it relates, and her new venture, which is the Current Quarterly. And we talked all about that. I won't give too much away, but we talked about the launch of the magazine and a fashion show coming up, and what she hopes it will do for the local fashion community.
Excellent. Well, let's go now to today's Arts and Culture segment here on Barnstable This Morning.
I'm Melissa Chartrand here with Amanda Converse. I'm down on the west end of Main Street at Shift. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Melissa.
So for our audience viewers, Amanda, you wear many, many hats, all stylish, of course. It's all about fashion.
Yes.
So you are a business owner here at Shift. And you are recently board member of Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
And can you run down the very long list of the other organizations that you were quite involved in?
Well, I'll keep it short. I am a board member of the Cape Cod Young Professionals as well, and I'm on the Renewable Energy Commission for the town of Barnstable. Those are my main hats that I wear.
Among others that I know that we will save for later to talk about, but it shows how involved you are, and you're young and hip and a business owner, and yet you find it so important to invest in the community. Tell me why that's so important for you.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that human beings in general need to have community, and I've always been really involved all growing up and through college, and when I left school I was also really involved. I feel it's really important to give back to the community because it actually enriches me. So it's purely selfish.
For the greater good of everyone in this community, as you say.
Well, and I also feel like if you're going to complain about anything or have an opinion on anything, you have to be well informed, and you have to actually be out there and active and involved.
And speaking of being involved, again, in your local community, the Shop Local movement, I know you're very strong, feel very strongly about that. And again, that supports our community members. That's what makes it such a vibrant community. You spend time here, you spend money here, and it goes right back to the locals. And you have a lot of collaborations with other local community members.
I do. I worked for the Hyannis Main Street Business Improvement District for many years, and while I was there, we started the Shop Local Day that happens on Hyannis Main Street twice a year. And we felt it was really important to highlight the local businesses, what we offer. These are community members who are extremely active, and they also give back to the community in so many different ways. And I think it's important for people to be aware of that. Which actually leads to my next project that I've started working on.
That's right, and that's why we're here. So tell us about It's Love Local Media and your new project, because of course we're speaking about fashion. Let's also talk a little bit about where we are right now.
Okay, so we are in Shift, which is an eco boutique. I opened almost 3 years ago, and it's a mainly women's clothing store, but there are gift items here as well, and I have a small menswear section. And everything that is in the shop is made from eco-friendly materials. My background is in the environmental field. I've always had a love of fashion, so I was able to combine the two and create something that I really love. I love doing. So.
And then that brings us to your new venture.
So I was speaking one day with my now business partner, James Joyner, who's a local photographer, and he produces the magazine Dingy. And I was telling him the plight of local boutiques, that we have severe competition from national chain stores that are able to mark their prices way down and keep prices really low because they don't have very good environmental or social practices around the world. And they don't have a lot of overhead and things like that. And most of that money goes right over the bridge and doesn't stay in the community. And I was telling him how frustrating it was, and he said, well, why don't we start a fashion magazine on Cape Cod? And I didn't hesitate because there isn't one here, and I purchase all of my clothing. If I don't wear stuff from this store, I purchase it locally. And I think I do pretty well for myself. I'm very concerned with fashion. It's my way of expressing myself creatively. And I want other people to know that there are amazing local boutiques up and down Cape Cod that offer affordable and stylish clothing. I think the Cape gets a really bad rap for having one kind of style or no style at all. And I'm surrounded by stylish women and some men every day, and where we express ourselves through our clothing very creatively, and we all take it seriously in the way that we are very deliberate in our fashion choices because it's fun.
It is fun, and I think that you have said too that that's because this is an arts and culture segment. So really, what does fashion have to do with arts and culture?
Well, it's amazing because a lot of people, I don't know where attitudes changed, and maybe it's with the mass production of clothing, but fashion has always been an art form. You can look at a gorgeous dress and it's finely made and drawn out, and fabric is deliberately chosen, and it's been, you see royalty wearing these gorgeous pieces of clothing, but it's also always been an indicator of a culture as well. All cultures across the world have always had, whether it's for function or for adorning themselves in beautiful things, fashion has always been a really central part of a culture. And I think that has gotten lost a little bit in the mass production of clothing.
So it's nice that with this venture you're going to bring some light to that as well, I imagine, in the publication.
Right, and also highlight the locals who are fashion designers, because they're here, and local jewelry makers,
right.
And they're very talented people that I am really passionate about showing people here. Like, we have such a rich community here, and these people need to be recognized.
Right, recognized and celebrated,
Yep.
and again, keeping it all local.
Absolutely.
Now, to do that and to launch the magazine is actually launching today, September 21st. And tell us where we can see copies of the magazine, how you get it.
It's free. So we are distributing it to all of the boutiques that we work with, as well as in fitness centers, spas. We'll have it in coffee shops as well. Whoever will take some, we'll give it to them.
Great. And can you sign up for it or be able to get it? Is there a website as well, or some way to contact you to get more information on that?
Yes, we'll have a digital version as well, and because we're printing 5,000 copies, but it's available online at thecurrentquarterly.com. And on Facebook, you can find The Current Quarterly, and we'll have it available there, and you can read it just as if it's a print version as well.
And then what's also exciting that ties in with the launch is a fashion show coming up on September 28th.
Yes. It's actually the 29th. It's a
29th.
Saturday.
Okay, September 29th.
Yeah. And this was another way that we felt we could benefit the local boutiques by allowing them to showcase their fashions, but also with every issue, we're going to have a fashion show, and it will benefit a local nonprofit. So the first nonprofit that we chose to work with, because they're so amazing and accommodating, and they were really excited about the venture, is Capabilities. And we're having the fashion show on their farm in Marston's Mills. And it's actually one of the most historic properties in Massachusetts.
I did not know that.
They told me, and I'm not surprised. It is gorgeous, and some of the buildings are really old, but they are looking to develop the property and have events there, like weddings and other things like that. So this is sort of a dry run for them. They have a lot of renovations to do, but the property, it's in the middle of a neighborhood in Marston's Mills, and it sort of just opens up into this gorgeous field, and There's a lake behind it, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's a perfect setting for a fall fashion show.
Absolutely. So for someone who wants to get tickets, how can they go about doing that?
They can call Capabilities,
Okay.
and if they want to pay by credit card, and they can also purchase them at Shift and at Centerville Pie, because they're going to be providing us with some food. We're also going to be making food with produce from that farm. And they can go to the Underground Bakery and Dennis, as well as Essential Beauty in Hyannis. They're doing
Great.
all of the hair and makeup for the show for free.
So plenty of locations, no excuse
Yes.
not to be able to get the tickets.
Right.
Well, Amanda, we wish you much success with this
Thank
new
you.
venture, the Current Quarterly.
Thank you so much.
Coming out as of September 21st. So thank you so much. And
you.
I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing everyone an artful day.